Example 6. We're going to evaluate the definite integral from 1 to 4 of 5n to the negative 2 minus n to the negative 3 dn. So, because these exponents are not negative ones, I can use the power rule on this. So 5n negative 2 plus 1 divided by negative 2 plus 1 minus n negative 3 plus 1 divided by negative 3 plus 1. And this whole thing has to be simplified first, but then evaluated at 4 and 1. There was no substitution required on this one. It's just a simple power rule. So that's going to give me 5n to the negative 1 over negative 1, which is negative 5 over n. If I simplify that completely, the negative exponent goes to the denominator. 5 divided by negative 1 is negative 5. That negative can be with a 5 or even with a bar. Minus n to the negative 2 over negative 2. So we've got to be careful here. I got a minus and a minus. That's going to make a plus. That n to the negative 2 is going to the denominator with that 2, which means I need to put that 1 coefficient in the top. And so this is what I have to evaluate. Negative 5 over n plus 1 over 2n squared, evaluated at 4 and 1. And then, of course, remember, the integral from a to b of f of x dx is f of b minus f of a, where the capital F is the antiderivative, which we just did. So we're going to get first negative 5 over 4 plus 1 over 2 times 4 squared. We're going to subtract from that negative 5 over 1 plus 1 time over 2 times 1 squared. So in some cases, the arithmetic is kind of the most difficult, but just use your calculator, okay? I'll always do it the long way for the most part, but you can use your calculator. That's going to be negative 5 over 4 plus 1 over 4 squared is 16 times 2 is 32 minus negative 5 plus 1 over 2, right? Because negative 5 divided by 1 is negative 5. 1 squared is 1 times 2 is 2. So the only place I need to be careful is with my signs right here, here, and here. So I get negative 5 over 4 plus 1 over 32 plus 5 minus 1/2. So this minus and a minus make this plus 5. This minus and plus make this minus 1/2. Now, I'll go ahead and get a common denominator for all of these. Again, you could do it on your calculator. They'll all go into 32. 4, 32. I got to have a 32. So I got to do this one top and bottom by 8. This one top and bottom by 32. This one top and bottom by 16. I already got a 2 down there, so I've got to put a 16 here and a 16 here. So negative 40 over 32 plus 1 over 32 plus 32 times 5, it's 160 over 32 minus 16 over 32. You got to have a common denominator to add and subtract fractions. So all of this is going to be over 32, negative 40 plus 1 plus 160 minus 16. So use your calculator there. And that comes out to 105 over 32. And then, of course, if it's a fraction, you need to see if it'll reduce. But 105 over 32 is not going to reduce, so that's going to be my final answer.